Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I had to fix a few little problems, but I think we're good now. So anyway, when we went through and I just did all of the discussions of like a court setting, we're gonna do that again. Okay? So hands on your machine. What do you have? Huh? Okay, do the court. This is cause number 2014 PA 00333 in the interest of Mark Garza. Let's take announcements at this time, starting with Mr. McClinchy. Is that too hard for you?
Mr. Jones or something.
Listen, Mr. Shashevsky. We'll go with Mr. Jones. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we're just kind of practicing right now anyway, so. Let's take announcement at this time, Mr. Jones. Attorney 1. Mark Jones for the state. We're ready for trial. The judge. Who is present for the children? Attorney 2. Brenda Knowles, attorney ad litem for the children, present and ready for trial. The court. Who represents mom? Attorney 3. George Williams, attorney for the mother, Andrea Garcia. The court. Who represents dads? Attorney 4. Mark Hill, attorney for dad, Anthony Mason, and dad, George Jones. Off the record for a second. The court, back on the record. We're going to go directly to trial. Mr. Jones, you may begin. Attorney 1. Judge, I would like to have these exhibits, States Exhibit 1 through 4, marked at this time. Come up. Everything coming up?
We do mark, and then it goes.
Mark, and it should come up. Everything good?
I'm getting that. Remember how we were getting that exhibit.ECO?
Oh, it's your user.
What is it?
Go into Alt U. You remember? You have to wait for a second. Go into Alt U. Locks.
It's usually Liz.
Unless you like to claim it that way, which
The thing is, I wonder for lab, use what the asterisk is called. That is what the asterisk is. Because how really helpful.
We do it verbalize it. Yeah, just someone.
Okay. Okay, guys, ready? Hands back on the machine. The court. Are there any objections to state's exhibits 1 through 4 being offered and admitted? Attorney 2, no objection. Attorney 3, no objection. Attorney 4, we object as hearsay. The court overruled. They will be admitted. Mr. Jones, you may begin examination. Who is your first witness? Attorney 1, the state would like to call Gloria Gamboa. The court, Miss Gamboa, come to the stand. And when you're doing that, guys, when they say something like that, Gamboa, you don't want to stroke that every time. Just do Gam Gam, Miss Gam Gam. Okay? Okay. Miss Gamboa, do you recognize that you're under oath? Witness. Yes, sir, I do. Court, Mr. Jones, you may begin examination. Attorney 1. Thank you, Judge. This is where you do the dram or whatever. Attorney 1.
Do they usually tell you? Like the judges?
Yeah, they usually say dram.
They do?
No.
Oh.
No, he's going to say, call your first witness. We call Gloria Gamboa. Miss Gamboa, come to the stand. She comes to the stand. Mr. Jones, you may begin examination. Thank you, Judge. Would you please state your name for the record? So that's your cue right there. We're going to call them to the witness. Okay. May I begin? You may begin. Dram. Attorney 1, question. You have to be thinking ahead, guys, of when you're going to do this. Okay? So that's where we are. Okay? So court, Mr. Jones, you may begin examination. Attorney 1, thank you, Judge. Dram. Attorney 1, question. Would you please state your name for the record? Answer, Gloria Gamboa. Question, Mrs. Gamboa, where do you reside? Answer, I live in Arizona. Attorney 2, Your Honor, we object to this witness at this time. The court, under what objection, legal objection, do you object? Attorney 2, she is not an expert witness. The court overruled Mr. Jones. Continue with examination. Attorney 1, question. Where are you employed? I am employed with the Phoenix School District. Off the record for a second. Is everything coming up? Is it coming up in colloquy when it said objections, stuff like that?
Direct examination, is it? And I was gonna ask you, is that what y'all covered last time? If y'all,
Yeah.
if we don't have parenthetical for that, how do you make it?
Yeah. You do the control D, dram, or whatever you want to do. Drex, whatever you think is you're going to be able to remember.
Was there supposed to be one for coming back on the record?
No.
Okay.
You just kind of do court. We're back on the record. No, you don't need another one. Are any of things coming up? Is it coming up ECF?
Yeah, except for that one.
All except for that one. Do Mark. Globalist?
I just asked that.
Again and rename it again. Slug? You all right?
What I'm wondering is like,
Is it coming up? Everything?
on the final,
Mm-hmm.
how are we gonna do the index?
I'll show you. Relax. You want to take the cards too? We got knowledge. Tag team. No, I'll show you in just a second.
Did everyone have the direct examination?
It should be exact or examination. It might be under examination.
I have exam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Open it first. Go into your block files, open it first, make sure that it says direct examination.
It just says examination by attorney, which is. And so it's supposed to.
And you can go in and change it. You can modify it to whatever you want. Really, just come down here. Yeah. And then just kind of over right there. It should be already centered. It's already just close.
Neither one.
See? Okay, so why can I not type in? I didn't answer it.
We can push in and into. And then press the keys. Get in there. You have to get back in there.
Just like that?
Yeah.
And then Excel?
Yeah. And then you have to read it in again. Or do dram. Highlight it. Special feature. Well, you're gonna have to think of something else because on your cross-examination, you're gonna have to create another
So
file.
about cram.
And that's fine, but do you have a cross-examination in your block files? Go in there and check. Does everyone have a cross-examination in their block files?
Who did those?
Maybe further or something.
Further exam?
Yep. That's gonna be the cross. Go in there, open it. And just go down. Yeah, and just change it to cross. Yeah, you're gonna have to go in name, paragraph. Everyone have it? Everyone's got it? Okay. Hands back on the keys. The court. Did we go off the record? Yeah. Back on the record. Mr. Jones, do you have anything further? Attorney 1. No, Judge. We passed the witness. Judge, court. Ms. Knowles, do you have any cross-examination of this witness? Attorney 2. Yes, just briefly. Cram. Attorney 2. Question. Mrs. Gamboa, my name is Brenda Knowles, and I'm the attorney for the children. Have you had much contact with the children? Answer, no, very little. Attorney 2. I pass the witness. The court. Mr. Willingham, representing Mom, do you have any questions for this witness? Yes, I do. Cram. Question. Cram, I'm sorry. Cram. Attorney 3. Question. Do you know my client, the mother, in this case? Answer. No, I don't. Attorney 3. No further questions, Your Honor. The court. Mr. Hill, do you have any questions of this witness on behalf of the dads? Attorney 4. Yes, I do. Cram. Attorney 4. Question. Do you know either one of my clients? Answer. No, I don't. Attorney 4. No further questions. The court. Thank you, ma'am, for your time. Does anyone else have any further questions? Attorney 1. No, sir. Attorney 2. No, Your Honor. Attorney 4. No, Your Honor. Attorney 3. No further questions. The court. Okay, this is a good time to break for lunch. Be back at 1:30. Lun. Got it? You have a block file in there for lunch, for a lunch recess. If you watch last week's thing, it tells you all of it. So even if you need to create the file, you can. So what you need to do is, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna show you real quick. For those of you that weren't here last week, I'm gonna show you how to create a file. So if you don't have it, you need another one, different one, whatever. Go into Alt-E. I'm sorry. Okay, go into Alt-E, block files, open. Right down here where it says file name, Alt-E.
What'd you say after that? Block files?
Go into block files, highlight it, open it. I don't know if you have one or not, but just go ahead and make it. Do not follow my example, just type what I'm telling you to type. Type lunch. Open. It's going to tell you that the file does not exist. Do you want to create it? Yes, I do. And you create it. So it's going to give you a blank. It's going to give you a blank screen. Okay? What you need to do is come here. Put your arrow right there. Click on that.
Where are you?
Huh?
Oh, import a file? I didn't see your mouse.
Right here. You want to come in here, click that. Click this little icon right here or whatever. It's going to bring you here. Go to centered. Okay. It should center your prompt. Open paren. This is the way I do it. Whereupon a lunch recess was had. Close paren. You can do whatever you want. As long as it's one line, it can say whatever you want as long as it gets the point across that you just had lunch. The lady that I worked for coming out of lunch, huge on this whereupon. Everything was whereupon, which is fine. To me, I think it sounds a little more formal. So, all right, got it? Got
I
it?
couldn't do it because mine already popped up lunch and recess.
Huh?
So I couldn't create it because when you said that, don't do it. I mean, I pressed enter, but it came up for me.
So you had lunch already?
It says lunch and recess.
You had a lunch file? Did you have a lunch file? You did? Okay.
But I made a test one just so I could try it out.
Yeah, that's how you create a file. Okay? So if you create a file here, let's just say you need to create a file right here, whereupon whatever, and you need to put something in there and it's going to change every time, then you do shift, it's in hyperkeys, shift E, where you add a blank. So if you know it's going to be something where you need to change it every time, where it's going to be a witness's name, an exhibit number, or a number to something, or whatever, hyperkeys, shift E, and that creates a blank, where you can add a blank.
Is it correct to have a period on this, like, whereupon lunch receives had period parentheses, or is there no period?
No period.
Okay.
Okay, got that?
Will we
So
do the
that's-
same thing to remove it?
Huh?
Will we do the same thing to remove it?
What do you mean?
To remove that space?
You just push delete.
Okay, well my concern is exhibit number, it's on 2 lines and we want it to be on 1, correct?
It doesn't matter. Like on exhibit, it's okay if it's 2
Oh,
lines.
okay.
That's one that really doesn't matter is exhibit, when you're marking an exhibit. Anything else pretty much needs to be maybe 1 line. Unless you think it's something like read back, something like that. And we didn't do that one either. We didn't do read back, but I'm not going to put that on the test, but that's probably in your block files. We did? Okay. If we did, then great. You know, if not, then you need to go in, do the Control D, back, read. Oh, we did read. We did read. And then that's how you create the file. Okay? So if you have something in there and you want to go in and make it different, that's how you do it. That's how you create the file. Okay? Got it? Okay. All right, now go back into that job that you were in. Did you get it to work? Did it go on the block? It's not doing the ECM?
No.
Good. Okay. Do Alt G. 1. Enter. Should take you to the top, right? Alt. Shift. Control. Control. Okay, Alt G takes you to the top. Put it at the very, very beginning.
Right where this. Guarantee that this. Put your cursor there.
Okay. Yeah. Put it on the T or put it on line 1. Line 1. Up. Oh, you need to do. Push on number. Your function drop cap. Go change. Enter. All. Okay. Push Alt R. Alt R. Okay. And you want to look for your title page. Push T. It should be under title or something like that. It's okay.
You're lying to me.
Hmm?
I have it. A federal title?
No, it needs to be title.
Not it.
I've got it. I have it, so you can copy. Do you have a title? Do you have a title page?
I had to go to my doctor.